Moff Gideon. An Imperial, Moff Gideon is fiercely determined to capture a specific quarry. Clever and formidable, Gideon values power and knowledge.
Hello and welcome to Centurion's Corner, and today we are looking at Moff Gideon from the Star Wars The Mandalorian, and he's looking pretty badass in his packaging. We've got that gold kind of transcending through here. We've got this dark saber on the side. We've got his little pistol here, and he's actually filling up that packaging really nice with that big cape as well in the back. On the side, we've got that nice picture and his TIE fighter at the top there. On the back, we have that picture once again and his bio, and transcend through with the gold to the front again. We're right back to where we started. So without further ado, let's just crack this bad boy open. So here he is in his blister pack. I'm doing it slightly different here because I just wanted to show off the packaging that Hasbro have put into this guy, which is pretty cool. So we actually have three types of blister pack. We have got the front, which is the new window of the new packaging, and also on the back we got an extra part of blister packaging holding in his cape. On the side we've got some tape just holding it in there, so just cut that through, and then we can just open it up with the cape and then the figure. So taking him out for our first impressions. And yeah, I really dig that face sculpt. Looks really nice. Really looks like the actor, and I really need to do my research or get my brain a little bit younger so I actually remember the names of these guys. But it looks pretty cool. So what we're going to do, go away, have a few photos, and then come for his review. So here he is in all his glory with that matte black on black with the gloss. It's absolutely amazing, and I love that kind of military type esque of the character. He looks absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I don't think Black Series has done anything wrong on this figure. I do think the cloth cape, vinyl cape, it doesn't really annoy me as much. I think it's not too bad. The only thing that I do find about it is the way that it's connected onto the figure. So with the cape included, he comes with 3 accessories. His first accessory we can have a look at, which is his dark saber, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I kind of always thought how they're going to do it nicely. I think they're kind of missing like the white lines and stuff in there. I think I'd rather have it kind of a bit transparent all the way through with bits of black in there just to give it off. But we've got that white transparent around on the outside with a sort of like a full grey on the inside, which unfortunately is actually near enough the same colour as the hilt itself. Again, it looks fine. There's no weathering, there's no kind of extra paint effects on there, which is a shame. Due to all the other hilts, we always have a bit of different colours and stuff there on there. But also with the actual hilt itself, the blade is removable, so we can actually take that off and have it on there, but unfortunately there's no place to attach it to Moff Gideon to hang it off his belt, etc. His other accessory, we can go his cape as it likes falling off. So it's just a single peg on the back that just fits into his back part there. The actual look of it, we've got that kind of nice leather texture. It looks really weighty. It looks really nice. I think they've done a really good job in the sculpt itself. Obviously on the inside it's red. Same again with the same sort of texture on the inside, but because it's moulded to his shoulders, as soon as you start posing him around it falls off. The only way you could do that is really super gluing this part in, so it's never really going to fall off in place. His third accessory is his tiny little pea shooter that fits into his leather belt on the side there, and it actually is a nice sculpted leather. On here we can just fit that into his trigger finger and pops it in there, and it's a very tiny small gun. Kind of a bit like a biker scout, but like the tiny grasshopper from Men in Black. And that's his accessories. So we can go through his articulation. So starting with the head, we can go left, right, you can look down, you can look up. We've got a bit of a lower neck movement going on down there in that collar. At the shoulder, we can go all the way around and also comes up. And because his shoulder pads are made of that squidgy vinyl, we can layer it over the top so we can get a little tiny bit more articulation there. There's no butterfly joint, unfortunately, but we've got a rotation here at the elbow on a single jointed elbow bend, rotation at the wrist, and it's on the hinge. Rotation at the waist, you can look down this much and look back this far. Leg wise, that far, forward, back, rotation at the upper thigh, single jointed knee, and also we've got a rocker and a pivot at the ankle, and there's no kind of rotation at the boot cut, but we've got the rotation at the knee. And that is his articulation. But where this guy really comes into it, and I think is actually the sculpt, he really looks like Moff Gideon, and I think they've done a really splendid job with it. With the hair, with the sort of comb over, we've got the bags and the sort of like the mouth kind of part there. I think they've done a splendid job with it. On the back and onto the armour itself, it's just that really nice gloss, really kind of sort of imperial kind of embedment there. With the extra buttons inside here, we've got the extra kind of texture on the belt, and then obviously we've got the sort of uniform tunic underneath. His hands and the gloves, we've got all that kind of rivet kind of sort of style going over it. I do think the only thing I do think a bit off is kind of like his gloves. It really reminds me of like cosplayers where they want to dress up as their own character and they sort of buy some BMX gloves and stuff like that, and they're thinking like they're the next kind of sort of like cool trooper guy. It just seems a little bit weird for a guy like this to wear sort of like fingerless gloves like BMX style. I kind of thought there would be like an all-round glove, but obviously that's not Hasbro, that's actually just the general what he wears in the Mandalorian. Single pin strip down on the side here and down into his boots with all the buckles and bits in place, looking absolutely splendid. So yeah, I definitely think this guy is the best one out of the wave. I didn't actually pick up Dark Ray. One day I'll maybe pick her up when she's about £5 or something like that, because I don't think she's going to be super popular. And you can subscribe, you can ding the bell, and you can follow me on Instagram, which is in the description down below. And also you'll find my merchandise in there as well. I get a couple of dollars from each sale, and it all goes to the channel, so it all helps out. And again, so thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.